Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to listen closely to what I'm about to say because this is the truth that many of us either don't see or refuse to accept. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where someone who claims to love you, someone you care deeply about, seems distant, quiet, or even absent when you need them the most? You might think to yourself, why are they ignoring me? Why don't they reach out? But here's the thing, sometimes the one who loves you the most is the one who needs to pull back. Sometimes, love isn't about constant presence or always being there to provide comfort. In fact, one of the most profound ways that love shows itself is through absence, the kind of absence that gives you the space to grow, to breathe, and to become the person you're meant to be. It's easy to confuse someone's distance as a sign of indifference or lack of care, but in reality, the absence of their presence may be their way of showing you that they trust you and that they believe in your ability to stand on your own. When someone loves you deeply, they understand that in order for you to evolve, you sometimes need the room to experience life on your own terms, without relying on them to be there for every little moment. When you're constantly surrounded by someone who is always ready to step in, offer support, or take care of things for you, it's easy to become dependent on their help. While this may seem comforting in the short term, it can ultimately prevent you from learning how to deal with life's challenges independently. True love doesn't always involve being physically present. In fact, love often means knowing when to step back and allow you the space to figure things out. It's not about rejecting you or showing a lack of care. It's about understanding that the best way to support you in the long run is by letting you develop your own strength, make mistakes, and learn from those experiences. When someone who loves you gives you space, it's often because they believe you have the capability to handle the situation on your own. It's a sign of respect and trust. They know that you are capable of navigating through challenges, even if it feels difficult at the moment. They understand that sometimes the most valuable lessons come from going through tough times without someone holding your hand. The absence of their constant presence is a way of pushing you to be strong, to rely on your own resources, and to prove to yourself that you have what it takes to succeed. This kind of love doesn't always make sense in the heat of the moment. When you're struggling, when you feel lost or overwhelmed, it's natural to want someone by your side, offering advice or simply providing comfort. But when the one who loves you steps back, it can feel like rejection. You may feel abandoned or unsure about why they aren't there for you. However, it's crucial to understand that this distance is not about emotional neglect. It's a reflection of their faith in your ability to thrive without constant assistance. They're not ignoring you because they don't care, but rather because they trust you enough to give you the space you need to grow. There's also the reality that people can only grow when they are challenged. If someone were to constantly hold your hand, shield you from difficulty, or smooth over every obstacle in your path, you'd never learn how to navigate those challenges yourself. Love that removes you from every hardship prevents you from building the resilience and inner strength that are essential for long-term success and happiness. It's the person who loves you enough to let you experience failure that enables you to discover your true potential. When someone allows you to struggle, it's a clear sign that they believe you are capable of handling the difficulty and emerging stronger on the other side. This absence is often rooted in the belief that you will emerge from this challenge better for having faced it on your own. When someone loves you, they don't want to hold you back by constantly stepping in to rescue you. They understand that facing adversity on your own terms allows you to gain the skills, confidence, and wisdom necessary to grow. They see you for who you truly are, and they know that you are more than capable of handling life's obstacles. By stepping back, they're making a conscious choice to let you rise to the occasion and realize your own strength. The person who loves you a lot and sometimes gives you space isn't doing so to punish you or show a lack of care. They're doing so because they want you to be the best version of yourself. They're giving you the chance to prove that you can handle life's challenges on your own, without always needing someone to hold your hand. It's a sign of deep respect and love that's willing to step back for your growth, knowing that sometimes the greatest gift they can give you is the freedom to stand on your own. True love is not just about being physically present at all times or offering support when things are easy. It is about encouraging the people you love to grow into the best versions of themselves, even when that means stepping back and giving them the space to stand on their own. Sometimes, love means letting someone go through struggles, allowing them to experience life's challenges independently. In these moments, the one who loves you deeply is not abandoning you, but empowering you to discover your own strength and resilience. Love, at its core, is about fostering independence and helping others realize that they can handle whatever life throws at them. When someone loves you, they see your potential, even when you may not see it yourself. They know that, in order to grow, you need the opportunity to face challenges without relying on someone else to handle things for you. In many ways, love becomes the silent force that stands behind you, not by holding your hand through every obstacle, but by supporting you from a distance while allowing you the freedom to navigate your own path. It's in this space that you are allowed to develop the skills, confidence, and wisdom you need to become more self-reliant. The love you receive from someone who truly cares doesn't always look like constant reassurance or being there for every moment. Sometimes it looks like giving you room to breathe and the chance to handle your own situations. Encouraging independence doesn't mean withholding affection or care. In fact, it's often the opposite. Love, when it's truly selfless, is about putting the other person's well-being ahead of temporary comfort. It means being willing to step back and trust that they can handle the responsibility of their own lives. This trust is crucial because, without it, they may never be able to see just how capable they are. The person who loves you enough to allow you the freedom to solve your own problems is showing a deep respect for you as an individual. They believe in your ability to overcome difficulties and trust that, through it, you will grow stronger. Often, people who love us deeply recognize that we can't grow if we are constantly dependent on others for support. While there's no shame in needing help from time to time, real growth occurs when we are allowed to stand on our own 2 feet and figure things out for ourselves. That's how we build resilience. That's how we find the strength to take on bigger challenges in the future. If someone always steps in to rescue you or take care of every problem, they are doing you a disservice. True love allows for challenges and difficulties to come your way, not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. By giving you the space to handle things alone, they are encouraging you to rise to the occasion and see just how much you are capable of. The beauty of this kind of love is that it's rooted in faith. The person who loves you enough to let you be independent is showing an incredible amount of belief in you. They trust that you are strong enough to handle whatever comes your way. It's not about leaving you alone to struggle, it's about offering you the chance to tap into your own abilities, to use the resources within yourself to overcome challenges. They believe in your potential, even if you might not believe in it yet. And so, they pull back, giving you the chance to discover what you're really made of. This kind of love is the foundation for long-lasting success. If someone constantly steps in to fix things for you, they are preventing you from learning the valuable lessons that come from experiencing hardship. When you are faced with difficulty and learn to overcome it, you gain valuable knowledge that shapes who you are and who you'll become. The person who loves you enough to stay back and let you figure things out is allowing you to develop the resilience and problem-solving skills that are essential to navigating life's uncertainties. They may not always be there to catch you, but they're confident that, when you fall, you'll pick yourself up and keep going. This kind of love is about teaching you self-sufficiency, not just about providing constant comfort. The person who loves you enough to encourage your independence is giving you the tools to succeed on your own, to create your own happiness, and to become your own source of strength. It's a kind of love that's focused on long-term growth rather than short-term relief. The absence of constant support is a testament to the trust they have in you, the belief that you are capable of taking control of your own destiny. Love is not about being there for every little thing, it's about knowing when to step back, when to allow someone the freedom to discover their own potential, and when to let them handle life's challenges on their own. This kind of love is rooted in respect, faith, and the belief that the best way to help someone grow is by empowering them to stand independently. Love comes in many forms, and sometimes the most powerful expression of love is not through words or constant presence, but through silence and absence. When the one who loves you gives you space, it's not a rejection or a lack of care, it's an opportunity for growth. This silence, this seeming absence, often serves as a form of support in ways that we may not immediately recognize. The one who loves you may choose to step back not because they don't care, but because they want you to find the strength within yourself to navigate the challenges of life on your own. We live in a world that often equates love with constant reassurance, with people always being there to offer comfort, advice, or help when things get tough. And while it's true that being there for someone in times of need is an essential part of love, there are moments when the most profound support is found in stepping back and allowing the person you love to experience life independently. This is a hard truth to accept, especially in the heat of the moment when you are struggling, when you feel like you need someone by your side. But the absence of someone's presence can actually be the most powerful form of love they can offer you. When you are constantly surrounded by someone, it's easy to become reliant on their support. While this can feel comforting, it can also create an environment where growth is stunted. If someone is always there to pick you up every time you fall, you may never truly learn how to pick yourself up. True love isn't about making sure the other person is comfortable at all times. It's about ensuring that they are growing, developing resilience, and becoming the best version of themselves. Sometimes this means taking a step back. It means giving the person you love the room to breathe, the chance to work through their own difficulties, and the space to figure out their own way forward. The absence of their support doesn't mean they love you any less. It means they trust you. They trust that you are capable of facing challenges head on and that you can handle whatever life throws at you. They know that, in order for you to grow, you need the opportunity to face adversity on your own. Love isn't about removing all obstacles from someone's path. In fact, it's often about allowing them to navigate through obstacles on their own so they can build the strength and resilience they need to thrive. This silence or absence, while it may feel like a void, is actually a testament to the faith someone has in you. They know that, in order for you to grow, you need to face difficult situations without being shielded from them. It's the kind of love that doesn't always come in the form of a shoulder to cry on or someone to offer solutions. Sometimes the greatest form of love is the one that steps back and says, "You can do this. You're strong enough to handle on your own." This kind of love isn't about abandoning you. It's about giving you the space to become the person you are capable of being. When someone chooses to step back and not offer constant reassurance, it's because they understand something that we often overlook. They understand that, through hardship, we find our true strength. It's easy to lean on someone when things get tough. But when you're left to figure things out on your own, you begin to tap into resources within yourself that you didn't even know existed. You begin to realize that you are capable of handling more than you thought. And when you emerge from those challenges, you do so stronger, wiser, and more confident in your ability to face whatever comes next. The one who loves you deeply is not trying to punish you by pulling away. They are giving you the gift of independence, of self-discovery. They're allowing you to experience life without constantly being shielded from it. They believe in your ability to grow and thrive, even when things seem uncertain or difficult. This absence, then, is not about emotional neglect, it's about emotional trust. It's the trust that you will rise, that you will find your way, and that, in the process, you will become stronger and more resilient. The next time you feel like the one who loves you is ignoring you, or when you feel like they're not offering the support you need, try to see it from a different perspective. Their absence is not a reflection of their feelings for you, it's a reflection of their belief in you. They are not ignoring you because they don't care. They are allowing you the space to become the best version of yourself. And in that silence, in that absence, they are showing you the most profound form of love. There is the kind that encourages you to stand on your own, to trust yourself, and to grow into the person you are meant to be. In relationships, it's easy to fall into the trap of expecting constant support and immediate comfort whenever things go wrong. However, sometimes the greatest show of love comes in the form of space and distance. This space is not a sign of neglect or abandonment, rather, it's a powerful reflection of the love someone has for you, one that respects your ability to grow and face challenges on your own. It's important to understand that when someone who loves you allows you to navigate life independently, it's because they believe in your inner strength and want you to develop the resilience necessary to overcome future obstacles. When you love someone deeply, you often want to shield them from pain, disappointment, and struggles. The natural instinct is to protect them from anything that might harm or hurt them. But true love isn't about preventing pain at all costs. Love, when it's pure and selfless, recognizes that growth happens through adversity. When someone allows you to go through difficult times on your own, they're not doing so out of indifference, they're doing so because they trust that you have what it takes to make it through. They know that if they were to constantly intervene, they'd be preventing you from developing the strength, wisdom, and resilience that come from facing challenges head-on. One of the most empowering aspects of love is the ability to let go and allow the other person to handle their own journey. While it's important to be there for the people we care about, it's just as crucial to allow them the opportunity to work things out for themselves. This doesn't mean withdrawing love or support, rather. It's an act of faith in their abilities. It's the understanding that, while you may not be able to solve their problems for them, you have confidence that they will find their way. In fact, it's in the moments when you are left to confront your challenges alone that you discover the depths of your own strength and resilience. This is not to say that love should ever be completely detached. There will always be moments where support, encouragement, and reassurance are needed. However, when the person who loves you steps back, it's because they know that long-term success doesn't come from constant hand-holding, it comes from personal growth. They understand that by giving you the space to handle things, you'll learn how to solve problems, how to manage difficult emotions, and how to navigate life without always relying on someone else. This kind of love is forward-thinking. It's not just concerned with comfort in the present moment, it's about preparing you for a future where you can stand strong on your own. When you're constantly dependent on someone for emotional support or guidance, it can be easy to feel disempowered, as if you need that person to be there for you in every circumstance. But when someone who loves you chooses to step back, it's not a rejection of your need for them. It's a recognition that you need to grow and build your own inner strength. Sometimes the most loving thing they can do is to give you the space to make decisions, to struggle, and to grow through your own experiences. By doing so, they're not taking anything away from you. They're giving you the tools to face whatever life throws at you with confidence and self-assurance. This kind of love, which steps back to allow the person to grow, also allows for a deeper connection in the long run. The person who loves you is aware that the best relationships are built on mutual respect and independence. When you are allowed to develop on your own, you bring a stronger, more confident version of yourself into the relationship. You're not relying on the other person to fill a void or to solve all your problems. You are entering the relationship as a whole, complete individual. This not only strengthens the bond between you, but also ensures that the relationship is built on a foundation of mutual respect for each other's growth and independence. The space given is not about distance in the emotional sense, but rather about strengthening the connection through trust and self-reliance. It's a trust that you can handle the ups and downs of life without always needing to lean on someone else. It's a trust that you will come out of challenges more capable, more confident, and more prepared for whatever comes next. And in the end, it's a recognition that the love you share isn't about constant presence, it's about the respect for one another's ability to grow and become stronger individually. When you find yourself in a position where the person who loves you is stepping back, don't mistake their distance for a lack of care. It's a reflection of the trust they have in your strength and resilience. It's a sign that they believe in you, in your ability to rise to the occasion, and become the person you are meant to be. The absence of their constant presence may feel hard to understand in the moment, but it is actually a powerful act of love, one that allows you to flourish and evolve into the best version of yourself. When someone loves you deeply, they often do so in ways that may not always be immediately obvious. One such way is by stepping back and allowing you the space to make your own decisions and face your own challenges. At first glance, this may seem like a form of neglect or indifference, but it's important to understand that this absence of constant presence is, in fact, one of the most profound expressions of love that can exist. When someone who loves you allows you to handle things on your own, they are offering you something far more valuable than immediate relief or protection. They are offering you the opportunity to grow, learn, and discover your own strength. This type of love is rooted in the belief that, in order to truly thrive, you must be given the freedom to navigate life without being constantly guided or supported. While it's natural to want to shield the ones we love from hardship and difficulty, love that is deeply rooted in respect recognizes that growth doesn't happen in the absence of struggle. When someone steps back, they are acknowledging that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way, and in doing so, they are giving you the chance to tap into your own abilities and find solutions independently. By giving you space, the person who loves you isn't withdrawing their care or affection. They are, instead, showing an incredible amount of trust and confidence in your ability to overcome obstacles. It is in these moments of distance that you are afforded the chance to learn from your own experiences. You are allowed to make mistakes, solve problems, and face adversity, all without the immediate comfort of someone else intervening. This kind of love believes in you so deeply that it trusts you enough to allow you to struggle on your own, knowing that, through the struggle, you will come out stronger and more capable than before. When we are constantly surrounded by people offering advice, solutions, or even just emotional comfort, it can become easy to rely on others for our happiness and security. However, the person who loves you enough to step back is helping you build the skills you need to rely on yourself. They understand that, by experiencing difficulties and learning how to overcome them, you become more resilient and self-sufficient. They want you to discover that you have the inner strength to handle life's challenges and to make decisions that are in your best interest. This form of love does not want to shelter you from hardship, but instead, it encourages you to face life head-on, knowing that you are fully capable of managing whatever comes your way. This space also gives you the opportunity to better understand yourself. It's often in the moments when we are alone or when we are left to deal with our own emotions and decisions that we truly learn who we are. The person who loves you understands this, and by giving you room to navigate your own journey, they are helping you discover the depths of your own character. You start to learn more about your own strengths, weaknesses, and desires when you are not constantly dependent on someone else for answers. This self-discovery is an essential part of personal growth, and it's something that the person who loves you knows you need in order to become the best version of yourself. By stepping back, the person who loves you is creating the space for you to build your own sense of autonomy and independence. Relationships are healthiest when both individuals maintain their own identities and have the ability to stand strong on their own. If one person is always carrying the other, there can be an imbalance in the relationship. But when both people are allowed to stand as strong individuals, the relationship becomes stronger as a result. This kind of love understands that in order for the bond between two people to be enduring, both individuals must be able to stand alone when necessary, with the confidence that they will be supported, but not suffocated by the other. In a world where instant gratification and constant connection are the norms, the act of stepping back can feel like a form of neglect, but it's actually a profound act of respect. It's the belief that you are capable of handling the ups and downs of life without the constant intervention of someone else. It's a form of love that doesn't demand attention, but one that trusts and believes in the other person's ability to face the world with confidence. The person who loves you in this way is not stepping away because they don't care. They are stepping back because they know that you are ready to rise to the occasion. The love that steps back is not absent, it is simply different. It's not about being present in every moment or solving every problem. It's about trusting in the other person's ability to navigate life and face their challenges with courage and strength. This love understands that growth happens in the spaces between, in the moments when we are left to confront our difficulties on our own. The one who loves you this deeply understands that you must face the world independently to truly grow, and they respect you enough to give you the space to do so. Sometimes the one who loves you the most knows that the best way to show that love is by allowing you to experience life's challenges on your own. They don't provide answers or try to fix things for you. Instead, they give you the space to think, to grow, and to face obstacles without their constant intervention. This may seem counterintuitive at first, especially when you're used to having someone always by your side, offering guidance and comfort. But in many cases, this kind of space is not a sign of withdrawal. Rather, it's an expression of trust, belief, and respect for your ability to grow and learn. When someone loves you enough to step back, they are showing that they trust you to navigate your own path. They understand that true growth often comes from struggling through difficulties and figuring out how to overcome them on your own. This love is rooted in the belief that you have the strength to make decisions, learn from your mistakes, and emerge stronger from the process. They know that, in order for you to grow and become more capable, you must have the chance to stand on your own feet and face life without relying on them for constant support. Love, in its most genuine form, isn't about being there to solve every problem or to constantly provide comfort. It's about giving the other person the opportunity to face their own challenges and grow through them. The one who loves you deeply understands that if they were always there to smooth out the rough patches, they would be robbing you of the chance to build resilience. They know that when you're forced to confront difficulties without someone holding your hand, you develop a strength and confidence that you wouldn't gain any other way. The absence of constant presence doesn't equate to a lack of love, it's the exact opposite. It's a form of love that respects your capacity for growth and self-sufficiency. In relationships, we often find comfort in knowing that someone is there to catch us when we fall. However, the most enduring relationships are those where both parties have developed the ability to stand on their own. This independence doesn't mean that love is absent, it's a sign that both people are growing as individuals and supporting each other's personal development. The person who loves you enough to step back recognizes that you need to build that independence. They know that it's not healthy for you to rely on them for everything, and they understand that by giving you space, they are allowing you to flourish. When someone steps back, they also allow you the opportunity to connect more deeply with yourself. You learn more about your desires, your values, and your capabilities when you are not constantly being influenced by the opinions or support of others. The person who loves you in this way understands that, in order for you to be truly happy, you must first learn how to find that happiness on your own. They understand that personal fulfillment and growth come from within, not from external validation or constant reassurance from others. By allowing you the space to discover who you are and what truly matters to you, they are giving you one of the most valuable gifts, the opportunity to become self-aware and self-sufficient. Another important aspect of this kind of love is that it allows for greater emotional maturity. By stepping back, the person who loves you is teaching you how to handle your own emotions. Life is filled with ups and downs, and while it's comforting to have someone there to support you through every emotional high and low, it's equally important to learn how to navigate these emotions on your own. The love that steps back understands that emotional independence is just as important as physical independence. It's a form of respect for your emotional strength, knowing that you are capable of processing your feelings, finding solutions to your problems, and managing your emotional well-being without always relying on someone else to fix things for you. In a world where instant gratification and constant communication have become the norm, it's easy to misunderstand the need for space. We live in a time when people often expect others to be available at a moment's notice, ready to provide emotional support or advice whenever needed. But the person who loves you enough to step back doesn't conform to this expectation. Instead, they offer something more valuable, the belief in your ability to handle life's challenges independently. They know that, while it may feel uncomfortable at first, the space they give you will ultimately lead to your growth and empowerment. Their love is not about being there all the time, it's about trusting you to become the best version of yourself. In many ways, this kind of love is more difficult than simply offering constant reassurance or support. It takes a great deal of strength and wisdom to step back and trust that the person you love will find their own way. But this kind of love is also the most rewarding. It allows you to grow in ways you might not have imagined and gives you the confidence to face future challenges with strength and resilience. The person who loves you in this way isn't doing so because they don't care, they're doing so because they believe in you and they want you to realize your own potential. Through this space, they are giving you the opportunity to discover your own power and to become the person you are meant to be.